Hello friends, welcome back again. So this is the last video of function, and this is the last function type, that is a function with argument and with return value. Okay, so I mentioned the syntax here. We have to use return type as well as passing the argument. In void main we passing the argument, calling the function. In function definition we also mention the return type in front before function definition. Prefix the function definition, we type the return type, then we define the function definition or function name, whatever we want to use, then function body, whatever statements we want to return, whatever the function statements we want to write it here, then we have to return the value. So this is the whole that syntax. You can make the snapshot here. I will modify the previous example that we done in the previous tutorial, that is function with argument and without return value. In that function we done the with argument, but we didn't return the value, but for type is with argument with return value. So we will use return value in that function, in that example. Okay, so you are ready? Let's come on the IDE. Okay, so here we are, all are in our IDE. So we can see here we have void sum int, and this is the argument with argument without return value example, but we have to modify it. Right now we want to pass it the sum, return the sum. So we type it int here because this is the first condition. When you're returning the value, you should define the type. What is the type? That is a float. You have to define float, whatever the, if char, if you have to define char. If it is int, you have to define to int. Okay, so we declare our variable here int a and b. We scan the variable a and b and we pass it to the function. Here we do the processing, but we are not able to process the data. So in for type, what happened? You are passing the value, you are getting the we are input the value in the void main, it give it to this function sum, and function sum process the value, and whatever the result it come back, it get back to the void main. So we take the input in void main, we pass it to the function did the processing and revert back the result with the help of return. So this is the example. Okay, you got it. If you have a data situation where you want to do achieve this type of things, you can do this type of function. Okay, so this type of function is more suitable for that, for you. Okay, so here we want to return it. So here I define another variable like z, if you want to do, because it's easy to do, easy to understand if you are new one. So here is a z. Okay, whatever the value. Okay, first I will return the value. Okay, we done the processing, whatever the value in a and b. Okay, it is scan it pass it here, and it convert into the x and y. We declare the c variable and we process the whatever we want. And right now we want to return the value, so we return c. Here we want to declare the value here, or you can do whatever. If you want to do, you can do like this, z equal to, so whatever the value returning from the function will be stored into the z. I already discussed in that example the type when we returning values. So here we want to define printf sum is %d. Okay, so store in z and define it. So this is simple logic. Okay, here in this type, what we are doing, we are passing the argument. Okay, if you read our program, so in first we define that we are using function, and we are also returning value as well as passing argument. Both the argument is integers. So our compiler know already. So void main, then we declare abc and z, we scan the value, we put it into the function abc, and it processed by the function, and then abc converted into the xy, and c is equal to xy, whatever the sum, get it, addition and subtraction, whatever the arithmetic done, what is the addition happened, it will be stored into the c. I return back to the function sum, and whatever the return value, the function in the function, that will be stored into the z, and we print the z. So these things happen. Okay, I already defined why we have to use this type. So we will run this. Okay, enter the value one by one. 52 space 85, so 137. It's happened. If you never want to use z, you never want to use, you want sum will give you the value, so you can declare here like that, sum ABC. Here you can, or you can do like this. In our different here, we cut it here and we paste it here. So this is a very short method. If you want to decrease your length of program, you can do this, so it will also work well. Okay, return and value, it will be inside the function. We need variables that we can store it, and we can easily define it. If you are new one, so that first method is very easy, but if you are in that programming language, this method is that is very well known to you. Okay, so we type it again, 1112, then 56, 168. Okay, it's right, it worked well. So I hope you will understand the functioning, how it will work, and why we have to use. Thanks for watching this. Thank you.